folks, today we're going to learn how to create bulk locations and sublocations so you can use those locations to hold inventory of all different kinds. So first, let's go to our system settings by going to the gear in the top right, clicking system settings. Next, choose locations. Here you'll see your list of warehouses. We need to first choose a warehouse that we would like to examine the structure of. So first we select Philadelphia warehouse and click the structure button. This shows us the dimensionality to which the bulk spaces, racking, pallet racking and such are created for this warehouse. So let's say we want to change this particular warehouse to have 4 different levels, basically a 3-dimensional uh, bulk space rack, right, with rows, columns, aisles, and then bins. Bins is the receptacle within that bulk space. So on the right hand side here, you can choose a template or code by which governing the particular pieces of the location that correspond to that section or rack, right? So in this example, we have an alphanumeric with the alpha character being first and then the digit being second, right? That's indicated by LD. If we wanted to change that, we could do something like letter, right? Or alpha, which would result in something looking more like ML as you see in the example. So let's say for the rack, we wanted to do both alpha, and then for the section, we just wanted 2 digits. So we'll choose DD for that. And then for the level, we'll choose digits again. And for the bin, we'll remain with digits. So in this example, we have 4 levels to our structure for this warehouse, which will allow us to now create bulk locations. So click OK for that structure. We're still highlighted on the Philadelphia warehouse, so in order to create locations now we would click Manage. That would take us into the locations specifically for that warehouse, as you can see indicated by this filter here at the top. So if we select bulk locations to see all the locations that have been created previously, we're going to create new locations based on the structure that we just set up, and we're going to want to use all 3 levels that we had designed in the structure area. So here we have the option to select how many racks we would like to include. In this example, we could choose up to, let's see, we chose alpha numeric, so we could choose A0 to start, to start with A0, and then let's say we wanted to go to A9. Okay. If you don't like those selections, you're also able to add more length to the range. By adding length to the range, it will provide more options in these drop downs, so you can go deeper and deeper. So you can see this stops at I8. If you wanted to take it further, you could just add more count to this, and it should display more options. As you see, it does indeed display more options. So we selected our locations for the rack dimension. Now we want to select our locations for the sections. Let's see. Let's say we're going to create 12 sections. So we choose 12. We choose digit for the section. So we'll choose from 0 to 11, which is the 12 that we designated when we click the plus sign. And then for the final dimension, for the bulk space, let's say we want to create 4 levels. So we choose 4, click OK. We chose digit for the structure for the level. So now we have created our essentially the template for the locations. So it's going to go from A0 to A9, creating the different racks in between those two boundaries. For the section, it will create 0 through 11, since we designated 12, and for the levels, 0 through 3, because we designated 4 levels. We can choose the separator. In this example, we'll just stick with the hyphen. You have other options down here to choose from. The date doesn't need to be populated, that's optional to as of date. Assign locations, since we want to be able to put inventory into these locations, leave this checked. This can remain unchecked since we're not mapping any existing locations to these new locations. Under the auto location policy, you can check this option here, and this will prevent any inventory that is placed into this location from being pushed to any resale channels. You can also choose to opt out of the auto suggestion that we provide, which helps when you're inventorying a large quantity of items. It helps to have that auto suggestion on sometimes. And you can leave this remove after location load unchecked. Now we can create the dimensions. So let's assume our bins are 12 inches by, let's say, 24 inches by 12 height. You can define a maximum weight, which will prevent you from exceeding that weight once the inventory gets to or exceeds the weight defined in this text box. It will not allow you to assign inventory to that location. So most folks just put 0 there, which provides for an infinite amount of weight. Allowed items, we're going to allow all different types of items, bulk, and those items designated for bins. Categories, we're just going to leave blank and allow all types of inventory to be assigned to this location. So we're going to click OK. Now the system will be creating these locations, and they should be visible once they're created in this grid behind us. So the locations have been saved. It gives us a message. Now if we expand our view of the locations that we have, we can see these are the locations that we just created. You can see because they match our template, our structure, right? And they have the dimensionality in terms of length, width, and height that matches what we assigned. So now the Philadelphia location has a new set of bulk space, and inventory can now be associated to those bulk locations. Thank you for watching and enjoy your day. Bye.